Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to kind of recap everything that we used last week, and then we will decide what goes in, what comes out, that kind of stuff. So let's hop right into it. I think my daughter might have used this because this had a cap and now it doesn't. I hate when she does that. It sucks having a 13-year-old that reaches for all your makeup, even though you buy her own and give her her own and tell her not to use yours. But anyways, I did really enjoy the e.l.f. Camel Hydrating CC Cream. I don't know if like this tube just didn't have a lot of product in it. I believe this is 1 ounce, but from the time I purchased it, it just had like a lot of missing product, or it looked very low even when I first received it. So I don't know if I got a dud like in terms of packaging, like maybe there's supposed to be more product in there. This one just got less product. I don't know. But the formula itself is very nice on the skin. I really enjoy it. If you don't hydrate around your nose, I feel like it doesn't apply there. But other than that, it's dewy and nice. You can definitely powder it down for a more matte finish, or leave it as is, or like I've been doing a more targeted just powder down in targeted areas. But yeah, I really like this shade on me, and I like the formula, and I really like it in conjunction with the Jelly Pop. Oh, this is not the Jelly Pop. The Jelly Pop primer. It gives a nice dewy finish. I've been using this with my Project Pan foundation, which is a matte foundation, and this goes really nice with it. So I'm going to leave this in the drawer to use with other foundations. I really did enjoy the e.l.f. Halo Glow Contour one. It's a really good shade for me right now that I am pale, but I feel like come spring and summer, I am going to need a deeper shade. So I do want to pick up the medium to tan shade and see how that works out for me in the warmer months. I've been using my Hollywood Contour one, which is in a Project Pan. And spoiler alert, this is almost finished. I feel like by the time I update my Project Pan, it'll be finished. Fingers crossed. This balm thing was very weird, and I don't know how to use it. I feel like it's going to ruin my makeup. So, yeah, I will leave it in to see if I can find more ways to use it, or a way that I like it. But for now, it is staying in. And then we have some Westman Atelier here. I want to leave these highlighters in to get more use on. Even the Nude Sticks one and the Nude Sticks bronzer. This Rare Beauty blush did not wow me like at all. So I'm going to leave it in to just try some more. I've tried their formula in the past, and I just thought that it was okay. Nothing out of this world. The shade is pretty, but I feel like it's not as pigmented as people say. It's very just like buildable. So if you like that kind of thing, it's fine. But yeah, I like something that at least has pigment to start off with, and then you can tone it down if you need to. This, I feel like I had to kind of build it up, which is weird because people say like don't go in with a lot. But yeah, let's just leave that in for now. And then let's see, then this e.l.f. blush. This was my favorite. I loved this over the Rare Beauty one. It is really good. I feel like I don't need other shades just because I can apply a little bit and then concealer and powder, and it tones everything down, or I can apply more generous amount of this and have a full on deeper cheek. So I think in the future I might pick up another shade, but for now I'm sticking to this one. But yeah, very, very pigmented, and I love the way it blends out, and I love how versatile it is. Like you can powder it down for a more matte look, or leave it as is over the dewy primer, and it looks dewy. So yeah, that one is definitely staying in. And then for lip products, I really did enjoy the Pillow Talk medium shade by Charlotte Tilbury. That is coming out, but I think eventually I will declutter my Pillow Talk original, just because I find that this other shade is more flattering on me. This is something I'm unofficially project panning. As you guys can see, I'm kind of low on it. So I've just been applying that in a Project Pan lip gloss. Why is my throat croaking as I'm talking? I fell in love with this Clarins lip oil here, and it's pH adapting to your lips, so it gives a nice like raspberry tone to my lips. This is in the shade Pattaya. I have the full size in my car. I'm just waiting for Ulta to have a good sale or a coupon or something, or maybe if I see other things that I want, then I'll bite the bullet and place an Ulta order. But for now, it is staying in. I also really did enjoy this Maracuja Lip Plump, and it's in the shade Honeysuckle. It's such a nice like berry tone, like mahogany type of color on my lips. Really enjoyed it. It can stay in too, I think, and I like this better than Clinique Black Honey, which I think I've already decluttered out of my collection. But yeah, I highly recommend this one if you're going for that type of vibe on the lips. This sparkly clear gloss is so pretty and nice. It can also stay in case I'm wanting, you know, something like that. This Villa shade by Glossier is like a peachy pink color. It is pretty. A little heavy on the lips, not too heavy. But I do have like dryness right now that it's winter, so it didn't sit the prettiest like on my dry patches. You kind of get the butthole thing a little bit, not too much. I will keep it in my collection for now because I think like if you share it out with like a gloss or something, it could be really nice. I'm putting it back into my collection for now. And I think the Rare Beauty one is in here somewhere. And the same thing happened with the Rare Beauty, except a lot worse. This one gives you bad butthole lips, but it is a pretty pink color. So I think if you blot it on and then put a gloss, I think it'll be okay. But I don't like to have to baby my products. I'm going to put it back into my collection, but I don't think it is something I will, you know, repurchase or buy in any other shade. But it was nice to have at least tried it. And my lips are going through a rough patch. Maybe if I get some lip scrub and exfoliate my lips, maybe things will look better. I'm not going to hold it against Miss Selena. So that one's going back into our collection. Then we just have a whole bunch of lip liners in here. Everything can stay in here in terms of lip liner. I did add in one by LA Girl in the shade Cafe, just so I can get a little bit of use on this like nudie color. So that one just got added in today before I filmed this video. So that's going in there. And then back here, I did really enjoy this eyeliner by Huda Beauty. It's very creamy and nice. It's their creamy kohl liner, and I think it's called what color is it? Very Brown. So yeah, I wore it as an eyeliner like on my upper lid, and I just did like a very baby wing and got my finger and kind of flicked it like this with my nail, and it gave a nice wing. You could also do it with the makeup brush. I used it in my waterline, I tight lined with it. I did everything with it. I really like that look. I'm gonna put it in here, and I think I'm gonna start wearing brown mascara because I like the look of brown on me. It's not as harsh as black. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I use the shadow quite a bit too for fast makeup looks. So I'm gonna keep Mr. Tom Ford in here for a quick cream eyeshadow, which reminds me, I pulled some single eyeshadows here. I just put it in a little baggie to remind myself to use these because I never pull for these. I rather much pull for palettes, but we're gonna use these and we'll go over what those are in a little bit. Okay, so it's time for these eyeshadow palettes to come out. I wanted to use Yuka more. It's down there and I never reach for it. So I think I'm gonna bring it in one drawer and use this one more. I think that'll work. And then Pat McGrath Divine Colors palette can come out. And then we're going to throw in 3 other palettes this week. Quickly, I want to mention what's in my makeup bag. This is the makeup bag that I had in my car. and my man would drive me to work, and I would do my makeup as he was driving. So I reached for this maybe half of the time, and then the other half of the time I would pull for the makeup that's in here. So let me tell you about what I enjoyed, what we're keeping in, that good stuff. Of course, Charlotte Tilbury. Right now it's a little bit drying on my skin, to be honest, but I'm gonna keep it in case I need like a long wear setting spray. And then Glossier, oh my god, this is so good. I hope the formula is not tainted. Well, not tainted, but like misconstrued. No, I hope it hasn't been altered, because this sat out when it snowed, and us Texans are not used to that. So this stayed in the car for a while and it was frozen. Now it's back to normal because it's been sitting here in the house. I'm trying to shake it back. This separates all the time, so that was normal before it got frozen. But a lot of my makeup got frozen because it was in the car. So I'm hoping it's still the same. I will leave this foundation in to get a little more use on it. And our Givenchy powder, tried and true. So keeping in, I want to get more use on this Chanel blush. So we're keeping that boy. That I can't decide whether it's a boy or a puppy, but we're keeping this bad puppy boy in. Look how beautiful this is. Okay, winter kissed look. Yes, and I paid a lot of money, so we're keeping her in. It's a female now. I need to keep this in the rotation because it's like my nose contour. So keeping Corset bronzer in, and then I really love this Too Faced one. It looks good in the summer, it looks good in the winter. I love this thing. It's so nice. It's the Natural Chocolate Caramel Cocoa. So good. I'm almost done with this Project Pan primer. There's just a little bit stuck on the walls there. I think I should just apply some right now, so I can call this an empty. I don't have any makeup on, but just apply it kind of like as skincare. It's the Glow Serum Primer. We're getting to the bottom of the barrel here. This is in a Project Pan, definitely staying in, and I've been getting tons of use on it. So it sounds like we're about right there. So update coming soon. This Kosas Airbrow, it's a nice one. We're keeping her in. And then a Givenchy concealer. I love this concealer. Keeping her in. I'm not surprised that I'm not taking much out. This iconic illuminating glow can actually stay in because my skin has been dry, so I can appreciate having this as a setting spray or like a glowy spray. And we have the YSL mascara. I like this one, the Lash Clash. I've been enjoying this one. My Tower 28 mascara, and also an Essence Extreme Lash one, the pink one. That one's been good. I just think mine was an older batch because right from the day that I started it, it was a little clumpy. But my daughter really loves that one. She has amazing lashes, especially with that mascara on. So what I've been doing is kind of wiping off the excess and applying it. And I love it for like a clean girl makeup look too. Just that and gloss on, no other makeup, and I've been feeling really confident. So this is nice and staying in, but the Extreme Lash one lives in my purse, by the way. Okay, looks like makeup and sponge, makeup brushes and sponge can get washed now. Okay, so we are in the cream blush drawer. I did kind of reorganize it, and I did declutter a few of them so they do fit a little bit better now. So what I did was the ones I've used like in the last 6 months that I don't want to use right now at this very moment are kind of in the back here, here, and then my nude 6 ones that I think I do need to use are up here. And then we have this bin. This bin used to be filled with the blushes that I had recently used, but it was getting too high. So now I filled it with some of my favorites, which are these Makeup Revolution ones right here, this M Cosmetics one, this Rose Ink one, and I think that's like my favorites. And then the other ones are ones that I need to use, like this one's one that I need to get use on, our Project Pan. This is one that I need to get use on, or Declutter. This one's halfway done, so I think I can use that up. Another one that I want to Project Plan or Declutter. And then OYS Tower 28 that I want to use, Natasha General I want to use, and of course the Rose Ink one I definitely want to get more use on. So what we're gonna do here is pick a Westman Atelier one from over here, because I definitely want to use my red blush called Bitchette. Let's see, because I've been craving a red blush. I really wanted that Tower 28 one, but why should I buy more when I have a drawer full of makeup? So this one's Bitchette, which is a red color, and we'll get to swatch her and use that one. And then these back here definitely need to be used from Nude Sticks. So let's go with Cherry Blossom Babe, and then maybe we'll just work our way down the line, which is just 3 more. So that's the 2 that I'm taking from back here. And then of course I love blush from up here, and we're going to take quite a few. And then we'll just take them out as we use them. I know it looks like a lot for 1 week, but obviously if I use, say, 1 every day, that's 7 blushes, and say I pick 10, the other 3 will just have to wait. But at least they're in my makeup drawer, ready to be used. Or I can always layer, say I mix this one with this one, or this one with this one. Like, you know, the combinations are endless. It's just something I need to do. I just need to reach for them. So I've been missing this one, and it's light and it's winter, so I think this will show up good on my skin. At the moment we've used up so much of it. It's the first Makeup Revolution one that I got, and it's the one that started it all. And it encouraged me to get these other ones, but it's my favorite. So these 2 actually are my favorite. But we're gonna take the one in Dolly Rose, which you guys know, my 2 daughters, those are their nicknames. Dahlia is Dolly and Rosalie is Rose. So Dolly Rose, perfect color, name, and everything. So I need to get used on this Tarte one. It's like a peachy pinky color. And then, like I said, I want to try to use up this Laura Mercier sample. So we're gonna go with this one. And I think with those 4 blushes plus the ones we have in, that's enough. Eventually I want to pull this one and this one are the 2 that are on my mind. So we'll get to those when we get to those. But let's go on to powder blush. Okay, so we are in the powder blush drawer. It looks a little different because I reorganized it. So these Essence ones never fit anywhere, so they're off to the side. We have some, are these Chanel? Yeah, we have a few Chanel ones here, some cosmetics here, some Giorgio Armani, Tarte, ColourPop, Wet n Wild, Benefit, Hourglass, Kylie, and Burberry, ColourPop, Patrick Ta, MAC blushes. And then these right here are ones that I want to get use on ASAP. So these are the colors that I need to use. Some of them are more like I haven't used them in a while and I know I love. Others, it's like chopping block. So I used to love this one by Buxom, but again, it's on the chopping block at the moment. I don't know if I want to keep this in my collection. I feel like more it's a wintry or fall blush. It's in this shade Seychelles. So we're going to pull for this one so I can determine whether I want to keep that in my collection. Same thing for this Bare Minerals one and this Persona one, but I don't want to take too many chopping block ones and then not be happy with the way my makeup looks. This Flawless one, I mean, it was pretty the times I used it. I just haven't gotten to use it enough. This Dior one's kind of similar to the Chanel one that we have in, so I'm not going to pull it right this very moment. I know we have our Gucci one in there that I love a lot, and I've been wanting to pull for Dior Rosewood, which is such a pretty color. So I thought, why not? This is the perfect time. So yeah, we're gonna go for this as a neutral, and I know I like it. So we have like, you know, one chopping block and one like really good one, and then we have, you know, our Gucci in there, which is always good. So we have a few powder options. For highlight here, I do have my Dior quad in my top drawer because my daughter pulled for it for herself, and I want to get use on it too, so it's in there in case I want to use it. But I also want to get use on this Laura Mercier one. I know it's beautiful and pretty, but I'm only fair a little bit time of the year, so I thought I would get use on this color right now. So it's like this ivory whitish color, and it is highlight 01. This is almost chopping block, like a chopping block product too. If I don't love it, I need to declutter it, just because if I don't love something and I'm using it like say 5 times a year, it's not worth keeping around. But if I really love it and I'm gonna use it 20 times a year, like maybe that's worth keeping because I actually do enjoy using it. But that's very beautiful. Look at that. So yeah, we just got to use it more so I can kind of form my final opinion and see if it's worth keeping around. So we're gonna take Miss Laura Mercier from the new makeup drawer. It's just filled with lots of empty packaging. I did purchase a Patrick Ta blush in the shade She's a Doll. I took it out of the packaging because it's hard to get it in and out, and it's reflective, so I will show you what the inside looks like. This is, you know, a viral shade right now, and I've heard this, you know, very good things about this formula, so I thought I'd test it out for myself. And I am going to try the powder then cream method, which is Patrick Ta's, you know, preferred method. So we're gonna try that out, see how it looks on the cheeks. I'm hoping that I love it. I kind of feel like I'm gonna use the cream on its own a lot more than the powder, just because my skin's been dry these days and I've been going more for that dewy creamy look. So I will swatch this and we'll see how this works on the skin. On first initial swatch here, it feels really, you know, creamy, slick, that like OYS type of creamy feel to it, if you've ever swatched the OYS cream blush. But to me, it's swatching more like a matte. It's right there next to the Laura Mercier. That cream is swatching like a matte to me. Not a matte, I'm sorry, a powder. A powder, like it's matte like a powder. So I don't know if that's what the formula is supposed to be like. I was expecting something more creamy. So if you know a good creamy formula, let me know. But on first impression, I am not that impressed. But that powder blush is very pink and beautiful. But I'll have to try to see what the cream looks like on my skin. It may be different, but to me it seems like a cream to powder kind of formula. Like it just sets down. It's not like dewy or anything. But yeah, let me know if you guys have more experience in the comment section with the Patrick Ta duos. I am familiar with his old powder formula, but not these duos. So we will see how things go with this, but I'm excited because I've heard really, really good things about these duos. And if it works out, I want to probably pick up some more. Okay, so I swatched a few blushes here. Next to the Patrick Ta one is Rosewood by Dior. It's next to the matte portion of the Patrick Ta. Then over here is Tarte. I think it's called like Sunset something. I'll have to look in just a sec. And then that brown shade there is actually the Seychelles, which I love that bronzy color. I might use that in place of bronzer, like just all over glow type of shade. Like, isn't that lovely? Just kind of shiny. And then I have some more cream products I need to swatch, but these are some of the blushes. And then my hand is really stained from swatching lots of lippies today. Okay, so we have our final cream blushes here. So the first one here is Dolly Rose. Tell me that is just not the perfect pink. Like, I love the finish, love everything about it. The next one is Cherry Blossom Babe by Nude Sticks. It's a cool tone pink, and I was expecting the texture of the Patrick Ta to kind of be similar to that. Then we have Bichette, which is Westman Atelier. It's like a reddy type of a red color, which I really am enjoying. It's not the cherry red that I'm craving, but it'll do. I have it in my collection. I should use it. Then this very light, almost like water paint like color here is the Laura Mercier moisturizer tinted blush, or whatever they call them. And then I'll throw the name up on the screen because I can't remember it off the top of my head. Lineup of some of the single eyeshadows that I want to use. I'll give you guys a better view and some swatches of them, but again, I'm just going to use these until yeah, I'll use them, and then whenever I use them at least one time, or if I get sick of them, then I'll bring them out of the Shop My Stash. But for now, we're gonna throw in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them here, or similar formulas as well. So this more like a bronzier pink here is it's in the shade Helio, and then these two almost look alike, but they're different. The one in the middle there is more goldeny peach, and it is called Thrill by Natasha Denona. And then this other one is more of a pinky gold, like a pinky champagne. You can't really tell because I swatched it all over that blush that kind of is depositing like a red brown color. But if you look at it from a certain light, it's like that pinky champagne color. And that is by NYX in the shade Beauty Buzz. So they're all kind of similar in texture and very foiled. It's very foiled. So those are the first three. Okay, so next we have the first two. I would say the first and the last one are kind of similar to the first three. So the bronzy shade here is kind of like that wet pot type of feel. It's a Chrome Pot by Tarte in the shade Park Ave Princess, and then the middle one there is a Kosas 5 Second eyeshadow, and it's in the shade Copper Halo. And then this last one here is kind of more similar to these top threes formula, and it is a Stila Glittering Glow, and it's in the shade Rose Gold Retro, which it's kind of dried out. I really struggle to get that swatch, so I'll see if I can revive it, but I've had it for forever, so I don't mind calling it an empty, but I want to just get a little bit of use out of it before I do so. But these are the three beautiful shadows that I have been neglecting. We have 3 eyeshadow palettes left. I'm not going to swatch them. So we have the Natasha Denona Million Love palette. I'm filming this mid-January. I don't know when you guys will be seeing this, but if it's February already, it's very appropriate. Otherwise, I just want to get used on these shades, and I have pan in. Is it 2 of them? Yeah, 2 of them. So I would love to hit pan on a 3rd shade. That would be amazing. So I need to get more use on this. I also threw in my Exaggerize by Charlotte Tilbury quad. I seen a empties video where Too Much Tosh, I used up one of her quads. So I'm sorry, my throat is croaking again. So that kind of motivated me to get more use on my Charlotte Tilbury quads, and this one being, I think, the first ever quad that I owned from her, because I have, I think, one other quad by Charlotte. This one has the most use, so I should probably use this more to see if I can at least hit pan. I don't know if I can ever finish one, but if I were to hit pan, you know, that would be amazing. Last Natasha Denona palette. This is the gold palette. I don't know why I had to check the name if the colors in here are gold. Yeah, these just don't adhere to my eye. I think the formula is really old. Even when I first bought it, it's like it was probably sitting in the warehouse for forever, so these shimmers kind of get all over my face. So I'm gonna see if I use this with a glitter glue, if everything works out a little bit better. But I love the 2 brown mattes at the bottom. They're very, very good, like that puppy dog brown color that I love. So I might just throw that in the crease and call it a day, because I know the mattes are good. And then on the weekend, maybe play around with some of the shimmers to see how they apply. But yeah, I'll keep this in for as long as I need to make sure I can get some use, maybe form some better opinions on whether or not I want to keep this around for much longer. So this one is coming in, and I would love to swatch this for you guys, but my arm is just very stained, and I don't want to do that to myself, especially with those beautiful blues right there. But yeah, Okay, so we're in the lip drawer and I reorganized it once again. Bullet lipsticks back here. Look at lip balms, any kind of like glossy lipsticks that are similar to that concept. And then glosses. Most of these on the bottom are Buxom. We have a few on top that I need to use, like these Tom Ford ones and these 2 drugstore ones. Then we have a lot of more like fall glosses that I used recently. So they're kind of back here. I'll kind of like rotate and put like something that I use back here until it gets full, and then we'll move it back to the front to kind of rotate. And then here is kind of like my most used, like my kind of like my favorites, what I really like, what I enjoy up here, which are mainly pinks. I mean, that kind of explains a lot, but these other ones are ones that I need to throw into project pans. So I kind of like marked them where they're at the moment. And yeah, if a project pan occurs, I can just pull for one of these because I know these are going to be like my top priority this year to finish. So yeah, that's what those are. These up here are ones that I need to get more use on. This is a balm. This is not a gloss, but just letting you know because I know lipsticks are back there and then glosses take up most of this drawer. And these are ones that I really enjoy and some other ones that I really need to get use on. So I kind of like mix and match. Like for example, I really like this one. I could pull this, but then like I really need to get use on my Pat McGrath gloss. So I can take this. So it's like a combo, like one I really enjoy, one I have been neglecting and need to get more use on. I can mix them, match them. So that's kind of what my concept was there. And I know these are getting older. I've had them for a while, so that's why I put them up front, because these 2 are kind of like top priority. They're the little Pat McGrath heart ones. And then when I was putting one on my lips today, well, I tried both of them. One was like very low, which I think is this one, because of the shape of it. Most of it stays on the wall, and the little wand kind of goes straight down. And if there's no gloss in that area, it doesn't grab anything. So I have a feeling that both of these are going to go by really fast, and I'll have 2 empties pretty soon. But yeah, that's a long-winded explanation of how my makeup drawers are set up at the moment. So I think I'm going to do a Charlotte Tilbury gloss, which I know needs to be used. And we will do a Tom Ford one. I think I'm going to go with the deeper of the 2 shades. Which is this one. I think it's called Ravish. And then we have Refresh Rose are the 2 shades. And then we still have that Tarte 28 gloss in there. So like, yeah, this will be plenty. And, you know, we'll just keep rotating until we get them rotated. Watch the 2 shades there. Up top is the Tom Ford Ravish, which is like a peachy pinky brown, beautiful nude color. And then this clear one there is Refresh Rose by Charlotte. And just look how amazing my makeup's gonna look this week. Here is what the makeup drawer is looking like. It is jam-packed. I still have to put my eyeshadows in a separate drawer. And yeah, hopefully some things get panned, some things just get more use on it. And when I come back in about 7 days, hopefully I will have at least used a few, so we can take out 1 or 2 things per like category and then kind of like rotate through, you know, our other makeup. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys. Oh, I forgot to throw up makeup looks. I'll throw up all the makeup looks that I did with the last rotation's makeup on the screen for you guys to see. And other than that, I hope you guys have an amazing, blessed day or night wherever you are. And I will see you all in my next video. Take care. Mwah.